and it's some special guests.
Okay, maybe you got a new furry friend for the holidays and you're like, training is not going so well. Trudy is here with us with Mountain Paw Dog Training. This is Murph. I adopted him at the beginning of October from National Mill Dog Rescue, and he's pretty smart. Sit. But he gets distracted. So you are going to teach us some tips that you at home can practice. Get out your dog right now. She's going to be here all morning. So what's the first tip that you have for us, the first trick?
Okay, so a lot of people want their dogs to be able to get into certain positions, sit down, things like that.
Yeah.
And when I don't like to physically manipulate the dog to force them into position.
Yes.
So we use a thing called lure reward training. Okay. So a lure is something that the dog desires, like a piece of food.
Yeah, this is a treat. This boy eats.
Oh, I know how that goes.
It's sometimes messy.
So as you can see, I have attention of River's head here. So when I'm luring him around, I can just easily force-free manipulate him around just by keeping it right on his nose. And so they follow it and they learn an easy force-free way to move around, and you're not dragging him around by the leash. Because if you think about everything, just dogs being jerked around by the leash, that's a very annoying way to live your life all the time, being pulled around and tugged around. But this is a force-free way to do it. And then when they get really good at following the treat in your hand, then you can expect them to be able to follow your hand.
Okay. Murph is following your hand.
He's like, I'll follow that hand.
Here, come here, follow my hand.
Yeah. See? Good. And so they know, they learn that, being consistent with the treats and then feeding the food out. And then my dog can just follow my hand and I can get him easily at my side and get him to sit.
Okay. How long does it take from following the treat to hand following for it to click in their head? Like, is it like some over several weeks where you can transition?
It usually can be a matter of minutes, really. I mean, it just depends on the dog. So all dogs learn differently. Dogs have different motivators. Some dogs, if they're stressed, they won't take food if they're worried about their environment. But some dogs really like toys or a ball. So you can do the same thing with a ball.
Kind of just
and have the ball.
He's just vibing. Murph is all vibes. Murph has no thought, just vibes.
He's just being very handsome.
Yeah, he's handsome. Sit.
So it's a nice way, and then you can also teach your dog to sit with this lure reward. So you can take a treat, put it to your dog's nose, and slowly tilt it over their head.
Sit.
And because they're what we call quadrupedal, just tilt it. Yep, there you go.
Quadrupedal?
Yeah, they stand on all fours.
Okay, I'm gonna
And when they look up, it's really hard to look up, so they sit to get a better view. That's why dogs learn to sit so easily.
I'm just gonna be like, oh, he's a quadrupedal. Here, sit. Hey, sit. That was pretty good, mister.
And then you can also get a down with the same behavior. So taking the treat, putting it to their nose and bringing it to the floor.
Sorry, you guys are getting the raw end of Murph right now. He's putting it all out there. That's free.
River's been doing this a while.
Well, sometimes, can you answer me this? Sometimes at home, Murph's a champ. He gets it when he wants to, which is most of the time. But in public, he just gets so distracted down.
There's a lot going on in public, and we like to think that we are the most interesting things in our dogs' lives, but unfortunately we are not. There is a squirrel that is way cooler than you. There is a kid playing basketball way cooler than you, and there's a teenager riding by on a skateboard that's way cooler than you. So they're going to look at what's most interesting. So that's why it's always good to have high value food.
High value. Okay, we're going to continue to teach you at home tips and tricks to getting your pup in shape. MountainPawsTraining.com if you're interested in learning a little bit more about what they do. What are we doing in the next one? Do you have it off the top of your head? I'll have to look at it.
I believe it's going to be a watch me behavior.
Watch me behavior. Ooh, maybe don't. All right, that is straight ahead. Stay with us. We got more news, weather, and headlines on the way. Sit. Actually very surprised, Trudy, with us. You were with Mountain Paw Dog Training. You know, a lot of people, they got pets over the holidays, and now that things have settled, I'm sure they're thinking, oh, lordy, how do I train this thing? Murph is, he listens sometimes. I got him at the National Mill Dog Rescue at the beginning of October, but we could definitely use some tips that we can try at home.
Absolutely.
So walk us through the next thing that you can teach us.
Okay, so one of the first things I like to teach any dog when they're doing obedience training is to teach them to focus and pay attention to you. So when they're looking at you means they're paying attention.
Okay.
If they're looking around, looking at other things, they're obviously not paying attention to you because they're looking at other things. So when they're looking at you, that means they're focusing. And when they're looking at you, they can't get into trouble because they can't lunge at the squirrel across the way. They can't bark at a dog because they're looking at you. They're paying attention. So how we teach this is they don't speak English. They don't know what our words mean. So, but they do most usually know their names. So what we do is we start with doing the look when I say your name game. And I've got my rewards baited and ready, and I'm going to put them behind my back so they don't focus on our hands because they know food lives in our hands.
Mark.
So what I'm going to say is I'm going to say his name, River. Good. And when they look, yes, you can reward them. Say that. So just say his name, or say his name real happy.
Murph.
Yes.
Oh, you did
good,
it. Good job.
Good. And just do it over and over again until
Okay.
he's looking consistently.
Murph. Sit.
Good.
Can
You
sit?
just have to
Good
sit.
jo- Oh,
just
shoot.
look. We're
Sorry.
just gonna do one thing at a time.
Well,
just-
okay, I tried to overstimulate him. They look crazy.
So sit is good, but then when you have them look, you just want them to be able to look, and because you want to do it when you're walking too,
Right.
not just sitting. So practice in all kinds of situations. And then when they get down, they'll look when I say your name. Then we could say, River, watch me. Yes. And then you can add that watch me cue, and then eventually you can just drop the name and you can just say watch me. But I
Okay.
like using their name because it's something specific to them. It's kind of like their wake number.
Yeah, he had a different name when he was at the rescue, and I changed it.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like he's going Murph. And so I changed it, and I feel like he's either not listening, which is possible, or two, he's like, what's
You've
my
had him
name?"
since October. He's probably got it.
Okay, so he's
Yeah.
just choosing. It's like that Dr. Dolittle scene where
Yeah.
the doctor says, "I'm not deaf. I just don't like."
Well,
That's-
sometimes, like they just don't understand that it's mandatory. So we just gotta have to more follow through and be more consistent with what
Okay.
we're asking for them.
If you
so.
do have a pup that's a little bit more stubborn, if he's Murphed, if you will, what tip do you have to people aside from Murph? That. Oh, he
Good.
did it. Look at that.
Yeah, he
and I'm out of
did.
treats. I'm a bad person.
No,
There's
not at
right
all.
there, I'll give it
You
to
can
you.
always say good dog if you don't have treats.
Good
Yeah, what a
boy.
good boy.
Oh, so
Because we
good.
don't want to just feed. We want to also tell them verbally that they did a great job. So yeah, if they're a little more easily distracted and they're struggling to look at you, find a quieter environment. Maybe go into your bathroom, close the door, and try it there. And then say it in a nice happy tone. So I'm going to put a little treat out here to the side. Look, River, look here. River, watch me. River. Yes,
Oh, he
little
just, like-
happier voice. He knows
Yeah.
if it was here, he wanted to look at that because that's way more fun than me, obviously. But when I would use a little happier voice, River, watch me. Yes, good
Murph.
boy.
Murphy, come here.
Oh, River.
Okay, watch
He's
me.
watching River.
Oh, watch me. Hey, what? Okay, we're gonna work on that. Murph, I'm telling you, Murph is like vibes. No thoughts, just vibes. Whatever's going. Oh, I didn't say speak, but I like that. Speaking of speak, we do have to get over to Nick with the looky forecast. You better hurry, Nick, because he's yapping. He'll give the forecast. Don't encourage it. I'll be embarrassed. He'll be embarrassed. You know what? You know I got him at a rescue, so he's already working on his confidence. Okay, hey, if you got a pet and you're thinking, man, how do I train my dog? What do I do? I don't know if I can necessarily get out to a dog trainer. Well, you're in luck. We've got one here in the studio. Trudy is here with issues with Mountain Paw dog training. We have a good boy, a boy that listens, and we have Murph, who just vibes. So we got the best of both worlds. What can you teach us?
One great way to have a better behaved dog is to take them out for walks and exercise. But a lot of times people don't walk their dogs because it's not fun, it's hard, it hurts, they pull really hard. So teaching basic leash manners, if I teach my dogs anything, I want them to learn how to walk on a leash and so I can enjoy it too.
Yeah.
So we can be a team and walk together. So what I want to do is introduce maybe doing some teaching how to get set up for loose leash walking.
Okay.
Loose
leash walking.
Yes,
Okay.
it's kind of a tongue twister if you say
Yes.
it too fast. So I don't really care about heeling my dog constantly because that means they have to look at you, stare at you. It's a lot of work. I want my dog to be able to learn how to walk with me. So when we did that lure reward training a little bit ago, we can start that. So we pick a side you want to teach your dog to walk on.
I want you to walk on this side.
I like to, whatever side the dog is going to walk on, I hold the leash in the other hand so the hand closest to the dog can actually guide them and show them when to come into you. So yeah, just working on taking that treat, put it to your dog's nose, and wherever their head goes, their body will follow.
Tell me something. I know his intestines are full, and he is still trying to get something, extra in there. Okay, so
Yeah.
it's just like practice.
Just practicing getting them comfortable coming to your home base, the side that you want to walk them on.
Yeah,
So
okay.
when you're walking, you can guide and lure with a treat in your hand to help stick them with you and reward them frequently in the beginning.
Sir, with the teeth? Okay. Nope. So you were telling me there's a certain way to bring him into your body.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
do you-
So when they're not in positions, you can put their treat to their nose, guide them around,
Good job.
and turn them into you. So and then when they land right by your leg, you can give them a cookie.
Okay, you're spinning so fast.
That's
dude.
all right. Good. Yeah.
He's trying. I'm telling you
Yeah.
guys, he's straight vibes. He is the best dog. Okay, so it's,
And then when you start walking, you can actually walk and just reward, and you can reward your dog right here. And if they pull and they get ahead, just bring them back here again. And then
Okay.
they learn that all the feeding and goodies happen right here. Well, then it teaches the valuable spot is right here. Not ahead, not on the other side, just
yeah,
on one
it's
side.
like right here on this side.
Yep,
That's
and
fine.
this arm is free to guide and manipulate. And again, we're not using the leash to control them. My arm just holds the leash.
Yeah, my arm is getting a workout. Murph has got a mind of his own.
Well, when I
Normally
first brought him home, mine
normally-
did too.
Yes. Well, normally I have him in a harness because we've been working on not pulling, but I'm
Yes.
afraid he's going to hurt his neck.
Yeah, so
He's acting
there's harnesses
crazy.
that will take that pressure off. That will help a lot. Yeah, so just rewarding your dog right here at your side and just saying, hey, I want you to hang out here with me and you get good things. You do nice things for me, you get nice things for you. So it's building a relationship. There you go. Good.
Good boy.
Yeah,
All right.
excellent.
Did
Very
you see how
nice.
he jumped up and was like, where's my treat? Okay, we are going to have more throughout the morning with dog training trips for you to do at home. In the meantime, if you're thinking, I want to go to a professional, you can, mountainpawstraining.com. That's the information. Craig, Abby, I'm sad to report, no poops. We're in between the breaks, so we're going to try to do something outside. We're back after this. Stay with us. That's it.
And our special guests.
Look how good he's doing right now. He's doing okay. He says, "Give that to me." Did you get a dog over the holidays or in the recent weeks, and you're thinking, my dog don't listen? Murph listens to the most part, and he has been doing better. But you know, we could always use some tips to train your dog at home. We are talking with Mountain Paw Dog Training. We've got River here. What are we going to learn?
We're going to work on introducing some impulse control. And
Okay.
what impulse control is controlling your impulses.
He
of
needs it because he's very like, ugh.
grabbing at things they want, and a lot of it comes to dogs grabbing at your food or when you're eating or
Yes.
trying to take stuff. And what I like to teach my dog is that, yeah, you can have treats, but you can't have them whenever you've decided because,
Yeah.
you know, they need everything,
This ain't treat
especially
town.
this guy. So what we're going to do is introduce the first way to teach patience, like patience with taking food. So I'm going to show him I've got something here, and I make a fist around it. And he's going to try to, when he backs off, yes. And I'm going to give him a different reward for rewarding him for backing off something that I have in my hand.
Okay.
So he's wanting that. Oh, yes, good boy. So I'm teaching him, if you pull away from something you desire, you get something else you desire.
Okay.
Yep, so yes.
Oh, yes, good job, yay!
Yeah.
This boy
So
was
it's
trying to have
teaching him-
chips and salsa last night. I was like, buddy, back off.
So that's patience, just learning that patience. Now he's been doing this a long time. Eventually you can turn this into a leave it cue. So I can tell my dog, leave it.
Leave it.
Good boy. Well, yeah,
Leave
you got to
it.
build up a little more to that.
I just assume he can do it. Oh, good job, you did it. Good job.
So
Yay.
yeah, when doing leave it, give them a double reward because we don't want to think it's leave it for a little bit and then they get to have it later. So
Okay.
when I say leave it, I give them a different reward. So
Oh.
it says, hey, this one is forbidden, but then I have another reward
You'll get
for
something
you.
else.
Yeah, because what if it's like a pill or some medicine or a mushroom?
Yeah.
You don't want them to eat. So
Yeah.
you want them to be able to back off and stay backed off.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so far this morning we have learned, chill out, dude. We've learned sit. We've learned loose leash training. What are some other things that people can anticipate to learn in a basic class? Because you've got one getting ready to start on Saturdays, right?
Yes, we just had one start a couple weeks ago, and then we've got one starting at in the 24th, I believe, on a Saturday. So a lot of that will be, we'll also introduce doing stays. We work on recalls, a good way to call your dog to you, because that can be a life-saving behavior.
Yeah, he doesn't. I try to recall him, but if he's slightly distracted, he don't want to play.
Yep,
no
so you
games.
got to start in a less distracting environment.
Yes, okay.
If you want to get them to do that. And then just build up the distractions over time.
Okay, yeah, because I'll try to distract him, but like in the house, it's no big deal.
Right.
He's following me around. He don't.
In the house is easy. Outside the house is hard.
So we've been trying to like slowly go outside and be around people and him listen, but he ain't doing that yet. But that's a skill. You got to learn it over
you
time.
got to
Murph.
find what's going to motivate him. Is
Okay.
it a toy? Is it food?
Honestly, I don't know. He loves a good snack, but also he loves to not listen. So I think he's kind of motivated.
Well, I bet
by-
you if you had some chicken on you, he might make
Oh,
changes too.
You know, at the National Mill Dog Rescue, they would use shredded chicken.
I'm a
So-
big fan of chicken. It's lean, and dogs consider that high value.
Yeah, and it's a little bit more affordable. You get a rotisserie chicken, $6, and you
Yeah,
get how many treats
just
out
get some
of it?
chicken breast, throw it and boil it, bake it. Just don't put any seasoning on it, and you have
right.
nice, easy, lean treats for your
Okay,
dog.
girl, don't worry. I'm not seasoning anything at my house. You know what I mean? I can't cook.
I hear ya.
Okay, let's put up that information one more time. If you're interested in learning a little bit more, mountainpawstraining.com. We're heading to the break. More after this. Speak. Ruff. He says no. He's shy. I had him outside for like 10 minutes, and he was just la-di-da, la-di-da, not making it happen. So if it happens on
Too
TV,
excited.
you guys are going to pretend like it didn't happen. Craig's pushing. I don't know why you're pushing for it so much, Craig.
Push being the key word.
Yeah. Hey, push. Yeah. Hey, okay. So if you're wondering why dogs are in the studio this morning, we have Trudy here with us with Mountain Paw Dog Training. Maybe you're like me. In the last few months, you got a dog, and you are doing your best to train him or her, and it is going. He's delayed in the speak. Yeah, do you see? That was speak. All right, he just delayed. No, he's a little delayed in catching on, so you might want to enlist the help of a professional dog trainer, which is what you are. And all morning long, you have been teaching us things that you can teach your dog at home. If you guys have been watching, what are we getting ready to learn over here?
We're going to work on a really basic cue, but it can have a lot of purposes, and it's a touch behavior. Come touch my hand.
Okay.
So River, hey buddy, hey River. So what it ultimately will look like is I'll put my hand out, touch, and he walks over and he kind of boops my hand.
Oh.
So in order to teach this, if they don't, if not, are not familiar with it, I start with doing a lure. So I'll just take a little treat. Remember we did that lure in the first bit we did. I'm going to put a treat kind of under my thumb. I'm going to make like a number 4 with my hand.
Number 4.
And I bury the treat kind of in my hand. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hold it out right in front of my dog's face. They're going to come forward to sniff and to inspect, and then when they touch your hand, you can let them have the treat.
Job.
Yep. And you just do that over and over again until they're reliably doing that. Now, when they're good with the lure, after about 5 to 10 minutes or so of doing lures with the treat in your hand, then we're going to take the treat out because eventually we don't want to carry food with us.
And
the rest
also,
of our
I just
lives.
ran out, so we did it twice.
So yeah, so what we're going to do is I'm going to do it without the treat. You can still put your thumb there to make it look consistent and. Put your hand, yes, good boy.
Good
and
boy,
so, and then what we can
yes,
do
good
is when
boy.
they're trained in this, you can use this as a recall. So a way to call your dog to you. So sometimes when they're far away, River, can you back up a little bit? Okay, touch. Good, and
okay.
he can come to me. So he's far away, you can practice a
Murph,
touch.
can you stay back a little bit? Murph is the epitome of a Velcro dog. I'll tell you this.
And you can also have him jump for it. Touch. Yes,
Touch.
good boy.
Oh, good
A little bit of
job.
exercise, a little bit of fun and play.
Trust, Murph loves a good jump session.
Yeah.
Okay, so if people are still not feeling very confident and they want to utilize your services, how can they do that? Because
Well,
you have a basic class coming up, don't you?
We do have, we start a beginner obedience class called BAWA Basics. We start one about once a month. Our next one starts, I believe, on the 24th at 10 a.m. And we start one a month. You go to our website, all of our classes, our services, our rates are all on there. And you can even book us directly through our website. So you can actually sign up there.
Okay.
If you also have questions, you can email me, you can call me.
Yeah.
All that information is on our website or right there on the screen. And we will be happy to answer any questions you have. That's what we're here for. We're here to help the Colorado Springs communities.
Okay, I'm going to tell you something. You see how he's spinning right here?
Yeah.
That's a sign.
Gotta go.
That's his hint. I'd be so embarrassed if he did it. So I thank you so much for being here with us. Hey, when we get done with this, I'm going to clip everything. If you missed the segments throughout the morning and put it on our website, fox21news.com. You can check it all out there, including the information that you just mentioned. Okay, hey, back after this with more news, weather, and headlines. Touch.